Hello and welcome back to my humble channel. I'm the farmstead guy. I don't know what to say. So this is the Arvika tournament. I am 2-0 at the moment. Pretty nice. So let's see how it goes in round number 3. And here's my counterburn deck. So I think counterburn is a pretty good deck against the top tier decks. It has a kind of a hard time against the robots, but it's pretty good against the deck and the line dip decks and all that. So I think the counterburn can have a harder time getting to top 8, but once you're there you have a better chance of winning compared to robots. I think robots is more easy to get to top 8, but you're probably losing somewhere in the top 8 because robots have a pretty bad matchup versus the decks with a lot of good white removal. So that's one of the reasons that I'm playing counterburn. So just trying to drop some knowledge here and there. And here is my opponent's deck. Actually, I don't have it, so I'm just pretending that I'm watching it, but I'm going to find it later and put it up on the screen. So this is the deck and my opponent's name I'll get to. So let's try to go 3-0. And here we go. There's my hand. I have 3 lands. I have a Time Walk, Mana Drain, Sonic Blast. And here's my opponent's hand. So when you're showing your hand to the camera, put it a bit lower. Everyone does it. And coming right off the gate with a beta, a volcanic island into a beta ancestral. Into a beta Black Lotus. So when you see this, it's like, oh yeah, we got a heavyweight here. My 2 first opponents were pretty new, but here I didn't know the guy before, but yeah, I'm a bit scared of all that good black bordered power and a pretty broken start. You see, my start was fairly fair. I had that Time Walk, but other than that, there was a Mana Drain and a Sonic Blast and something. Just passed the turn. At least I have a counter spell up now. But I need to find a way to get even on that card advantage. And okay, that is good. My opponent is going to count now. So I still have that Mana Drain. Guess I need to cast it. My opponent could have another counter spell if he used the Black Lotus. There's my Mana Drain. So I'm probably taking an ancestral. Yep, there's an ancestral. Oh no! Oh. Wow. Yeah, that was brutal. I just felt I got back in the game there, and suddenly things are not looking great. My opponent has a full grip. Attacks for 2. No, he doesn't. He cast a regrowth. I think I took some damage there. disenchant on my factory. I have one card. I see a counter spell in my opponent's hand. Blood Moon. That is a card that could get me back in this game, but he had a counter spell. And I see another counter spell in his hand. So it looks like my opponent is playing the deck. And a mighty Iron Claw Orc is hitting the table. Of course my opponent can't allow me to have such a great creature. I can understand that. So here he is attacking with a factory, and I have an open factory, so that clearly means he has a disenchant. And that means I can't attack back either, because he has a disenchant. There's the Gem Day Tome. So now we can start to draw 2 cards each turn. And now I am actually attacking, and that means he can't draw with a book. A lightning bolt and a sword. So when you are in this situation, you must think about there's a time limit. It's a 50-minute round, and now my opponent is drawing 2 cards each turn. So I don't think I need to scoop right yet. I have a couple of draw 7s. They are great to get me back in the game. But it is important not to use like 25 minutes in this first game, because then you'll have a hard time winning 2 more times in 50 minutes. But since this, oh, and has a library and 7 cards. Yeah, that's it. Let's go to the next one. Game number 2. I'm on the play. Let's take a look. Ooh, 2 Serendibs and a Soul Ring. Okay. And a factory. So I can have a really fast start. So I can take turn 2. Oh, never mind. Okay. It disenchanted my Soul Ring, so I can't cast a Serendib this turn. Instead I can attack for 2, and the next turn. It is good that my opponent doesn't have a blue mana out yet. And there's 1, but he doesn't have a counter spell at this moment, since you need double blue for that one. So I can, without fear, cast my Dib here. There it is. 3, 4, 3. Ooh! And another one! Wow! So I top decked Aloris. That is great. You know, it's fun, so fun to see these matches again. Since this is over a half a year since I played this tournament, I forgot so many things. But this is great. Oh no. Because the thing you don't want here is a balance, and there's a Demonic Tutor. Let's hope he get a stroke and just take something stupid, but I wouldn't bet on it. I have 2 cards. My opponents have like 4 or 5, I think. There is the balance. This game is hard. But we're both down to 2 cards. I know he has a book in his hand. Ooh, a demonic tutor for me as well. Tapping 1 blue. And that's red blast. And that's a book. Okay. Oh, and a top deck shatter. That is great. Attack with a factory. Okay, we are in top deck mode. There's a chaos orb. He's not using it right away. That's the disenchant. And that orc. Okay, we need you, orc. I need you to do 16 damage here. When there's a Sarah Angel. And a Psionic Blast. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so we are standing up to do the Chaos Orb flip, but guess he'll wait. But for each hit you take, in response I have a shatter. So the Chaos Orb, you can actually, if you have an instant spell, you can destroy it in response to activation, and then it doesn't go off. That's pretty cool. Here's the Psionic Blast. So I guess I have a lot of burn, so I'm trying to finish it. He's down to 8. And a bolt. Brain Geyser for 3. Okay, that's good. So he's at 8. And a Brain Geyser from him as well. Also for 3. But I feel I have a chance here. Let's start with attacking for 2. Oh no. More removal. An orc and a Chaos Orb. So now we need him to break a couple of draws. The deck has close to 30 mana sources, so they can easily draw just a bunch of mana sources and not anything useful. And like a disenchant won't help against the orc, a counterspell won't help against the orc, so there are a lot of dead draws here. Ooh, and a bolt. Does it resolve? Yes, it does. Okay, so we are 1-1. Game 3. My opponent is on the play. You're holding it too high. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, 2 books, 2 lands, and 2 moxes. So he has a card advantage plan. And I see a Mind Twist, a Soul Ring, Dib, a Bolt. Yeah. Looks like a good hand. There's the Soul Ring. And I do have a Mind Twist in my hand. I didn't quite see if I had any black mana. No, I didn't. Oh, nice. 3 cards, 1 mana. Such a good deal. And there's my flying friend. I think the Serendib name is like an old name for the Sri Lanka. I think I saw that. I think it was on MG's blog. So that's pretty cool. I've been to Sri Lanka. It's such a great country. So the dip reminds me of Sri Lanka. And there's a mind twist for 2. My opponent have 2 factories, so it's really nice to have some flyers here. And he draws with a card, end of turn. And a sword. Okay. Going to have a pretty hard time getting that Ironclaw Orcs through here. And if I don't do anything, my opponent is just going to draw another card. A Shatterstorm here would be nice. And a Demonic Tutor would also be nice. My opponent doesn't have double blue. I think I've cast Demonic Tutor in all the 3 games here. So the Mind Twist and the Ancestral is in my graveyard, so I can search for those. Time Walk. Don't think that was the target. Time Walk is best if you can attack with a couple of creatures. Ooh, and here's a ballsy play. My opponent just takes 2 damage. But I think he likes a card better than taking 2. There's an end of turn Psionic. And that's another great thing about having Lightning Bolt. Your opponent really doesn't like to block with factories, because you can just bolt them. But here, when you have 2 factories, I think it's more scary to attack into them. But you just gotta play fearless, and I don't remember what I had in my hand here, but there are some times that you're just on a 100% bluff with those attacks. And there's 1 bolt, okay. And there's 2 bolts. Ooh. What's on the top? He has 5 life. And now it's really a bad spot to bluff. There's a Chain Lightning, so he's down to 2. And a wheel. Wow. Okay. So we discard our hand and we draw 7 lands. So there's a mistake coming up. So I've done a lot of things in this turn, and I think my opponent thought I had attacked. So I played this cover tablet, and in response he's activating his Gemday Tome just to get another card, because he has a counter spell in his hand. And the thing he forgot was that I still haven't attacked. I've just cast a lot of spells. I cast a wheel and all that, and then I attacked, and it was, yeah, my opponent's got that panic look in his eyes, and just, wow. Yes, that was unfortunate for him. So let's go to the pre-talk. So I won 2-1, and my opponent did a pretty bad mistake there. I think I did so many things. I cast a lot of bolts and I cast a Wheel of Fortune. I think he just thought that I had attacked, but because normally attacking is like the first thing you do, because if there's one thing I'm going to do this turn, it is to attack. But he had those factories, so I couldn't attack. So when he tapped those to use the book, it was like, all right. So yeah, to win a tournament, you need to be good, you need to be lucky, and part of being lucky is that your opponent does one of those mistakes that he normally don't do. So yeah, that's good. So now I'm 3-0 at the Shark tournament. I faced 2 decks and 1 green deck. So a really good start, and I was like, yes, let's do this. So next week I'm going to play against an American player, so Wilmer Grant. I think I've heard him on a podcast a couple of times, and seen a bunch of his decks floating around online. So this is one of the big timers. So yes, let's do it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.